Season 57, War number 10. Today we've matched up against Next, and the bands are Mr. Sinister, Serpent, Symbiote Supreme, Purgatory, and Professor X. And my team today is Tigra, Kitty Pryde, and Immortal Abomination. And yeah, so we're taking two attackers that I got from the Heart of Fire event. Immediately after I got them, like the same day, I did the war plan, and I knew I would have Tigra at rank 4 and iBomb at rank 3 already. So got them, and it just worked out that there were some key fights that I figured they'd be great for. So we're able to use them today, and starting off against the Super Skrull, which happens to be a 14-second fight. It had been a while since I'd used Tigra, and jumping up from a 6-star to a 7-star rank 4 is a bit of a difference. And I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty cool. So, pausing on this fight for a moment, when I was planning this war, I originally assigned myself with iBomb, and then it didn't even click in until the next day. Before I took the fight, I was like, oh wait, he reduces poison duration by 90%. So I changed it to be using Tigra for this fight instead. And I'm just like, okay, so this is a little bit scary because of the Amplify and stuff, so my goal is just to kill him as fast as physically possible, and then hopefully that'll be just all we have to do. And drop the first SP2, he's already melting, and then I'm going to drop my heavy there, and then special 1, and he's dead. So turns out the game plan was successful. 29-second fight there. Awesome. Now we're going to get an iBomb fight, though, against Ebony Maw here on node 19. Yeah, I could use Tigra for this fight as well, because she's pretty good at fighting Maw. But iBomb works just as good, too. So I'm going to try to reparry to get a heavy attack off sometimes in the fight. I didn't do it a lot at the start, but I'm going to start doing that. And then just block his SP2s, because we're placing weaknesses, which are just going to make me take not much block damage. And I'd rather just not somehow misdex it and eat the degens from it when I can just block it and take barely any damage anyway. So, yeah. Gonna drop my special 1 here, continue to place poisons on him. Now we got an acid burn active, and it's doing pretty great damage. And I almost went full send there, and then held back. I probably should have just went full send. I think I had it, but whatever. So I'm just going to use not the relic. Oh, yeah, I'm going to use the relic right there, and then he's dead. So, cool. That wasn't the main reason I brought iBomb on the team. We brought iBomb mainly for a mini that's coming later, but he was great for that fight, too. So now we're going to fight this Medusa on node 28, and yeah, Tigra just completely shuts down Medusa. If you just neutralize her furies, she just can't do anything anymore. So anyway, SP2's dropped, and then that was a 19-second fight. Great. Alright, now I'm using Kitty against this Bullseye here on node 43. I've done this fight before. Basically, you just need to get your phase active and then let him hit you a bunch and then spam SP3s. And yeah, this fight works out pretty well as long as the start of the fight goes well, and basically that's just like get my initial phase is the main thing. There I should have let him hit me instead of blocking. And again, I should have just let him hit me instead of blocking. I'm just being a little cautious because I am nervous about it. I am definitely nervous when doing this fight a lot. Like there is exactly what I was supposed to do. And then I'm going to drop the SP3 while phased, which is perfect because then we're going to go to 4-second phase afterwards. And it's going to be a great time because then we can just eat as many hits as we want. I do have power backs active as well, which is just going to help me get back to my special 3 faster. And then the longer the fight goes on, the more duration I have on my incinerates and stuff. Or, yeah, you know what I mean. Then it's just going to do more damage. There was almost a death. He basically tried to play like Valkyrie and then dropped his special 1 into my block on purpose. And when I was spamming my special 3 button, like, after he did the light attack, I was spamming my special 3 button, and then he threw his before I could, I guess, just because of the hit stun. So he drops the special 1. Because I'm spamming the special button, it registers it as a block, since I can't actually use my special. And so I was just blocking that special 1, which is awful, because you saw how much block damage I took. And luckily, I could dash into his special attack. Like, I could dash into the card, like, the middle of the special attack, which I honestly thought I might have timed it wrong and got hit, but I didn't. And luckily, I just saved myself there, but I genuinely thought I might have died. Anyway, I sped the rest of the fight up because nothing really interesting happened. And now we're moving on to fight this arcade here on node 47. There was like an interaction I was a little bit unsure of that's going to cause me to play a little cautious at the start. I didn't know if the unstoppable would go through the neutralize, like the buffs would go through the neutralize, because of the fact that he has a double ability accuracy. They don't. I should have known they don't, because it says personal abilities, and those are definitely not personal abilities, as in the unstoppable and the fury. So I didn't space myself very well. I should have went for a dex instead of a charge heavy on the special 1. So a bit of a mistake there, but it's fine. Here is where the spacing is good, and he's stuck in the corner, so I can just miss it like that and get all the power and stuff. So I am going to get not a poison on me, but I do give him a little bit of a token there, which is fine. And then he's just gonna die right here. So yeah, we full health it. It should have been much faster and easier, but I just messed up a little bit, and he also didn't play into all my heavies at the start and stuff, but it's whatever. Okay, the fight I actually did bring iBomb for, though, is this one. I said, like, before the war even happened, if we see Nefaria on 49, I'm using iBomb for it, because iBomb is, like, perfect for this. You basically just place the poisons, you're gonna get to your special 2 and stuff. But, like, the main reason iBomb's good for this is because he has a damage over time debuff that Nefaria isn't immune or resistant to. Since poison and degen, well, yeah, poison's like the only direct damaging debuff that Nefaria isn't going to have some kind of resistance to. Like, he's immune to bleed, he can get degen resistance if he drops SP1, so I don't want to use like Vox or something. And also, disintegration would work. Disintegration would be good for this fight. Like, you could consider using Fantman or other disintegration champs. But iBomb is just the fact that it's such easy poisons, and poison is like the best DOT debuff for Nefaria, just makes it really nice. So yeah, the goal is to just like not let him throw a special 1 or a special 3. We just want to bait special 2s the whole fight. And then I just take them on the block. It doesn't really do that much block damage to me because of the weakness, and then he just goes down just like that. So yeah, iBomb cooks that fight. Took a good bit of brute force damage at some points, but that was most of the damage we took in that fight, and that's about it. So unfortunately did lose this war 8-12. We started out like 60-0 and then just had a complete collapse later in the war, unfortunately. But yeah, GG's to next. That was a war we definitely should have won, but anyway, we have to win the next 2 wars to lock in Masters, so I'm just praying that we can put our best effort forward and our best performance forward for these last 2. So yeah, that's rank 4 Tigra and rank 3 iBomb. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.